Hey traders, today is Friday, June 5th. We're wrapping up a great trading week here and just wanted to point out the one trade that I made this morning. Um, it is about 10:20 and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the week. Just showing you actually had a trade kind of right after market open here. Real high probability short that came in on our 610. And I'll show you where we line that up on the 233. We actually pulled back to the mid band and the top Bollinger Band here. Momentum was down. We had the LRC that was coming down hard. So one thing I had pulled up was a trend line from these 2 points up here. And when we came down, we had a little bit further to go over here, and we also had the LRC coming down. So we had the number 2 entry with the curling and rolling here on the 233. And if you notice, we have a little bit more to go until we get our other high probability area that lines up with that trend line. So if you left your full boundary on the table, which was about a point of risk in this area, you see what happened. We actually come up and do another even top here. So the fact that we didn't break this high is nice. We even had a little bit of divergence on the 233 with making lower BBs. And by that point, you can see we were getting into that LRC. We were still below the zero line in that bottom, or I'm sorry, that top Bollinger Band and that trend line. And you can see after we hit that, it actually really rocketed down. And the momentum picked up, and we stayed in this really nice channel all the way down. We really had two areas that I was looking at for an exit. Right here on the 44 area, we had multiple fibs line up, 100 extension and 161. And you can see at this point, momentum is really pointing down on both time frames. So one thing I noticed is we had a very strong area of support back here around the 941 area. And so whenever we skidded down, this was actually an even stronger fib level with 200 and 138 lining up. And when we have this big price area, and here you can see it a little clearer on our higher time frames, it's right at this point. You can see this is a big area, previously resistance yesterday, and then overnight and pre-market we broke it, turned it into support. So you can see why we had the reaction at that area. And knowing that we can anticipate some kind of retracement, being up about 9 points at this time, I wasn't willing to really give back anything. And so I went ahead and closed all of the contracts there, and we actually had a really nice measured move to the 38% retracement from our pivot high here. Oh, sorry, wrong tool. All right, see, we come right to that 38, and we actually turn this support trend line into resistance. And there wasn't a super clear area on our 610. We broke above the LRC at this point. We had momentum making a run towards that zero line. We did have another number 2 entry at this point with rolling, and this was actually kind of a number 3 with the double top M pattern here. I saw the potential for that, but really wasn't going to be too aggressive. We could expect another extension to the downside after a huge, strong move like that, but didn't participate. I'm happy. Made 9 1/4 on that one. And then you see we kind of went into a sideways channel, got overextended, broke down. We actually completed another extension here. The pattern's getting kind of big, so I'll show you. All right, if we measure from that pivot high to this low and then our 38% retracement, you can see we actually come right to that 100%. So if anybody either added on or stayed in this, you could have stayed down into the 934 area, which was a beautiful measured move, and then you can see the reaction off of that. So overall, really nice, nice into a great trading week. Even though the volume has been about half of what we've seen from the previous 6 months, we've still got some nice measured moves, and if you're only taking the high probability trades, you can still be extremely profitable in these summer months. So I will look forward to having our live trading class on Monday, and for the new students to the Emini Academy, we're going to have a demonstration on Tuesday and answer any questions for anybody interested in getting involved with our trading system and training program. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend.